Do whatever makes you comfortable and allows you to pay attention. Give your precious attention to yourself. Even give yourself permission to not look at the screen. Give your eyes a break. So first several breaths, any position that allows you to do that. You can sit up, you can lie down, you can come into a child's pose. And then exaggerate your breath in. Really fill up with fresh breath. And sigh it out, empty out. Another breath like that. Slow, full breath fills the belly, expands the rib cage, lifts the chest. Let it go. Till it's gone. And then one more cleansing breath. Take a slow, full breath in. Taste and feel your breath as it fills. And when you're at capacity, pause. Hold the breath in for a moment. Tuck your chin down. If you're sitting, shoulders are easily softening back. If you have more room for breath, lift your chin, take a sip in through your nose, tuck the chin. And then lift your chin so you can let it go. And then continue to pay attention to your breath moving in, moving out. Your breath doesn't have to be quite as dramatic as those opening cleansing breaths. But feel for softening wherever you can in the body, in the ribs, in the belly. So you do get more breath in naturally on the inhale. Keeping your mind with the breath out, allowing it to move all the way out. Let's take a moment to grow into a more optimal breathing rhythm, a thoracic abdominal breathing rhythm. Focus your next breath into the bottom back of the lungs. You actually feel the low back ribs start to move off the low back. Exhale, ribs soften. Again, breathe into the back bottom ribs. Relax your low belly. Exhale, hug low abdominals in. Inflate back bottom ribs. Release low belly. Without tightening, exhale, low belly in, presses air out. Maybe continue that breath rhythm. If you're not in a sitting position, come up to sitting. If you've been sitting, take a moment to straighten your legs out. Maybe give them a shake or a massage. So you run fresh blood back through the hips and knees. Old blood back to the heart. And then come, if you're a cross-legged seat, other leg in front. If you're sitting any other way, kneeling, sitting in a chair, that works. Spinal twist repetitions. Hands on the heart, one on top of the other. Chin softly down, so you feel the back of the spine lengthening up through crown of head, almost like someone's holding the tip of your ears and drawing you up. Breathe into back bottom ribs and turn to the right. Relax low belly. Exhale, hug low belly in, come back to center. Inhale, fan out back bottom ribs, turn left, relax low abdominals. Exhale, low abdominals, bring you back to center. Go to each side 2 or 3 more times. And when you finish the round you're on, relax your hands down. Let's walk fingertips out to the sides from your hips. Inhale, lift the back ribs up as you lengthen back of spine up. Exhale, let's lean to the left palm down. Right hand comes maybe behind your head, maybe just fingertips behind your ear. Inhale, feel for leaning the head back into your hand, lifting your chest. Exhale, look down at your left hand, close the right elbow in. Now focus on the breath, small, subtle movements to begin. Make sure your neck, shoulders okay with this. Inhale to open and exhale to close. 2 more breaths like that. We'll finish in the open position, relaxing head into hand. Soften your jaw, jaw glide, lip slide. Actually, let's come into neck release. Relax, reach the right hand out to the right, palm facing down. Release head to left. For some bodies, releasing head, neck means hanging the head. Honestly, to my neck, that just feels like it tightens more. So just come into a place where you feel the right side of neck soften. Lick your lips. Jut your bottom lip out just a touch and start to slide it side to side across upper lip, a little bit of a bulldog, jaw glide. Unwind any tension in the jaw, the tongue. Even the muscles behind the eyes start to let go. Reach through the right hand, roll your chin down to your chest as you come back to center. If your hands are clean, you're okay with touching face, then bring one palm to your forehead to prop your head up. Otherwise, just ease head up. Change the cross of your legs once again. Walk right fingertips out to the right. Right palm down, left hand behind your head. Relax your head back into your hand. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, start to look down towards right hand, folding the left elbow in. You might start real slow and subtle. Open and close 3 more times, kind of like a clamshell underwater. And when that feels complete, you'll finish with the elbow open, the head relaxed back into the hand, the chin softening in towards the throat rather than jutting out. So err on underbiting. Wait, that would be overbiting. Jaw in, jaw in your mouth. And jaw glide, lip slide. Left fingertips reach out so the left palm faces earth, and you'll find just the right angle for your neck and shoulder. Same for whether you want to turn the chin down or up. And then resume your jaw glide, lip slide. Moisten your lips. And start to slide bottom lip across the upper lip. On the very hinges of your jaw close to your ears starting to moisten, become lubricated. If you have TMJ, there's a lot of clicking, just smaller movements, more breath, more fluidity. Leave your head released as you reach through left hand. Roll your chin down to your chest. Maybe use your other hand to prop your head up. Now let's come to all fours for micro twisting quadruped. If you're not comfortable being on hands and knees, you can return to spinal twist repetitions, any seated position. Or of course, you can explore and find your own alternatives. I'll have suggestions, but the nice thing about practicing at home, you can just tune into you. All right, those of you in a tabletop, hands a little bit wider than your shoulders. Give your shoulders room to breathe. For some of you, being flat on your hands, your fingers spread out hurts your wrists. Here, it might be good to roll up a towel or blanket or put some blocks that your fingers can hang off. Take some pressure off the hands. Neutral spine. Inhale, lift the shoulders, lift the upper back out of the shoulders so you're not collapsing. Reach tailbone, pubic bone straight back, top rim of the sacrum dipping in just enough that you have a natural curve to your lumbar spine, but there's still a connection between the hip bone, the lowest rib, a connected core. If you can imagine that, you might not feel it. Keep that fairly steady. Inhale, turn your chest to the right. Right hand rises, maybe just an inch, arm staying straight. Exhale, pull your low belly in to float the left knee up. Again, maybe half an inch. Hand down, knee down. Inhale into the back bottom ribs. Turn to the left, left hand floats. Relax your low belly and then exhale, engage the low belly to float the right knee up. Hand down, knee down. If adding the legs hurts your low back at all, just do the arms. Inhale, turn chest to the right. Right hand floats. Exhale, engage low abdominals. Left knee floats straight off the floor, not back, not to the side. Center. Inflate back bottom ribs, twist left. Left hand floats. Release low belly. Exhale, engage low belly. Right knee floats. Do 2 more like that to each side. Breathing your chest, and then exhale, use your abdominals to float your knee. Neck nice and soft wherever you choose to gaze, or if you want to hang it, that's fine. And you might notice one side feels way more connected than the other, not a lot of wobbling. We'll do your wobblier side one more time. And I found the wobbly side changes. So feel what you feel. When you feel complete, either rest into a child's pose or roll onto your back. Any resting position, we'll be heading there next. Let's do oblique toner on a ramp. So as you come down to your back, if you have a towel, couple towels, yoga blankets, or yoga blocks handy, we'll turn them into a bolster, or you might have a bolster, like a flat bolster. So ramp up to 7 inches high, but does not have to be very high. And if you have no ramp, you won't need it. You'll still be able to do the exercise. So you can line up to yoga blocks. I usually like to pad my yoga blocks with a blanket anyway, because your sacrum, your hips going right on it. And to come down, I suggest putting your hip on your ramp and then easing yourself down onto one side. And from there, rolling onto your back. If there's an easier way for you to come down, take your time. Find out what that is for you. And once you're on your back, pick one foot up off the floor at a time. If you can reach your knees, that's cool. Otherwise, keep them relaxed and just circle the knees a couple times away from each other and back together. Getting breath into the hip joint itself. Tiny or big circles, that's up to you. And circle a few times in the other direction. Jaw still released. And end up, if possible, with the knees and heels together. That's not great for everyone's back. If you need to keep the knees separated, keep the feet separated. And for some of you, it actually helps, you found out, to roll up a towel or blanket, hold it between your thighs so your legs will work as one unit rather than grinding from side to side. So take the time to set that up. A throw pillow, an actual pillow, those are good tools too. Let's bring hands onto the waist area. So feeling for that connection between hip bone, lowest rib, whether you can feel it or not, just feel for kind of shortening that without cutting into your breath. Breathe into the back bottom ribs. Next breath in, fanning back low ribs out towards the mat. Tip your knees to the right. Left hip will tip up, but not too far. Relax your low belly. Exhale, pull low belly in. Come back to center. Inhale into back bottom ribs. Tip knees to the left. Low belly relaxes. Exhale, engage low belly. Come back to center. Again, inhale into the back bottom ribs as knees go right. Exhale, pull low belly in, center. Fan out, back bottom ribs. Inhale, knees left. Make sure right knee keeps up with the left. Exhale, pull low belly in, center. Option to add an arm movement, interlacing hands, reaching knuckles to the sky. Inhale into back bottom ribs, knees tip to the right, left elbow lowers to the ground outside your left shoulder. You can look in that direction. Exhale, pull low belly in, everything center. Knees to sky, knuckles to sky. Breathe into back bottom ribs, tip left, maybe the right arm lowers down. Exhale, everything back to center. Do 2 more to each side, with or without the arms. The movement is fairly small, but the breath grows. And when you're complete, you can hug knees to chest or put a foot on the floor at a time. If you're on blocks, make sure the edge of the block isn't digging into your low back at all. All right, let's all put the left foot down, draw right knee into chest. If possible, hold the right leg wherever you can, whether you're holding shin or holding behind your thigh or using a towel to strap your thigh towards you. Do that. Breathe into the right hip. Exhale, soften right hip, draw the thigh in. Little tuck of tailbone. Start to straighten left leg. Actually, do straighten left leg all the way out. So ideally, left foot will come off the earth. Activate the foot. Either flex the toes back and press the ball of the foot forward, or you can flex the whole foot. Lock out your knee, and then let the leg hang from the hip. So you're starting to get some traction in the front of the hip, maybe even the left side low belly. If you're not on a ramp, your heel's probably on the floor. Just reach out through your heel. You can even move towards a wall or like a couch, something you can push your foot into to get the hip flexor, to exaggerate the hip flexor stretch. You don't need to do that. As long as left leg is straight, you're getting the hip flexor stretch. And if this helps you to imagine there's a wall right against the left side of your foot by your left pinky toe, and press into your imaginary wall a little bit. Engage around the left sit bone, but keep the front of the hip soft. All right, slowly fold the left knee back in. Set the right foot on the floor. Listen, draw left knee up towards your left shoulder in a wide stance. Right hand can stay on the right thigh, trying to keep the right thigh steady. You can either stay in this like half wide knee child's pose shape on your back, or open the left foot towards a half happy baby, turning it up to the sky. On the ramp, there's a good chance you're not going to reach the foot, not without straining, unless your strap is super handy. So then you hold on behind your knee or hold on to your ankle. Breathe into left hip. Exhale, soften left hip. Gently massage right thigh forward. Draw left knee back towards center of chest, just left of center. If you can hold it with arms or a prop, do that. You don't need to, you'll just have to use your leg muscles to hold it in if you can't reach. Straighten the right leg out until maybe your right foot is floating. Or if you're not on a ramp, then flex the right foot, reach through the heel. Everyone activate right foot. If it's safe, lock out the knee so you can hang your heavy leg from the hip socket. Maybe a little internal rotation, top of the thigh in towards the left to target the psoas. And then breathe softness into the right hip joint itself, into the hip flexors. If heel touches ground, no big deal. Breathe the back bottom ribs towards earth and it might not. All right, slowly set the right foot back on the floor. Set the left foot on the floor. And do your half happy baby or half wide knee child's pose variation with the right knee towards shoulder. Left hand on left thigh or hip. Option to turn a foot up to ceiling. But ultimately sending breath into right hip. So the external shape is individual. What it looks like is secondary to the feeling of things starting to kind of liquefy in the hip. Slide. All right, set your right foot down. Maybe press your hips up so you can slide your ramp out of the way, or you can roll off it and move it out of the way. You have plenty of time, so go nice and easy. And we'll meet in a full happy baby or wide knee child's pose on the back, knees towards shoulders, feet to sky or not. Breathe down into your pelvis, uncurl the tailbone towards the earth, flattening the tip of your tail out. Any movements or non-movements that get your breath down into your hips, your low back. Without putting any strain back up into the shoulders, neck, or jaw. Side lying Ardha Chandrasana. Hug your knees into your chest. Roll onto your right side. And for some of you, your shoulder's healthy, you'll be able to extend the right arm overhead and use it as a pillow. That's not great for everyone. So you might want an actual pillow or blanket for your head. So your right arm doesn't have to reach up. Or if you're working with an active shoulder injury on this side or the other side, you might want to lie a whole blanket or stack of blankets or pillows underneath your hip and torso, and then leave space between your head. Make a groove for your shoulders so you're not putting weight on any injury. Like if your arms that fall asleep at night, maybe that's not an injury, but maybe don't put that pressure on it here. Compress the nerves. All right. And then once you're set up, let's set up with the left foot scissored in front of the right. If it's your left shoulder is okay with reaching up overhead, reach up, bend your right elbow so you can catch your left wrist and give your arm bones a little traction. Breathe the back ribs out. Exhale, feel your hips heavy, your sacrum lengthening. And you might say just like this, a very restorative type shape, breathing into the left side of shoulder. Or some of you will play with the leg position, either stacking your feet or scissoring left foot behind, and see what that does for the lower spine into the hip. And then send breath into wherever you're feeling traction. Roll onto your other side. Or take your time setting it up if you need to make preparations. And you might recognize this is very much like banana we do on our back. So if you prefer to be on your back, you can do this on your back. We'll start with right foot scissored in front. If it's right to bring right arm overhead, you do that and hold it with left hand. If not, find an arm position that's comfortable for you. And breathe the low back ribs out. Soften the chest down just a little bit, even if you're drawing the arm bone back. Option to play with the scissor of your legs or to stack the legs. And return to your back. Draw your knees into your chest. And take maybe a little free play time to either rock out or do your figure fours. Or some of you like to do rock and rolls on your spine. I'll give you a task. You guys tuck your nose up into your knees. Tuck chin to throat like you're holding a nectarine there. But even though your neck muscles are working, pull your belly in so it's working harder. Hold on behind your knees. And then start to rock up and down, shoulders to tail, about 6 times. And then maybe land balancing on your sit bones. Those of you who are doing nicer movements on your back, take a few breaths to massage yourself out or stretch out, and then crawl up to a sitting position. We'll meet in upward facing Navasana. Sitting on sit bones, hands behind your thighs, shoulders back, your choice whether the feet are on or off the floor. Maybe you let go with the hands. We're doing 3 rounds all together. Take a breath, get off your tailbone if you can. Optional transitions. Some of you will roll back onto your shoulders and back into the pose. Others will cross your ankles, feet by pelvis, hook elbows, and lift out of your low back. And that's made up for round 2, Navasana. You can hold on and just work on lifting off the tail, lengthening the spine, lifting the heart. If you want to play with the add-ons of balance, of letting go with hands, of extending legs, that's fine. And then your choice of transition, either cross the other ankle, feet down by your hips, or roll onto your shoulders and roll up back into your Navasana. Round 3. Find something to look at straight in front of you or close your eyes and see if you can steady your breath. Even though your low belly has to be engaged to keep you out of your low back, breathe into heart. Everyone cross ankles, hook hands or elbows around knees, lift out of the small of your back. And take your time transitioning up to standing. I know some of you want to roll over and do some cats, cows, or down dogs. You can do that. Or you can do standing forward folds or stand up. You may use this time to drink some water, but I don't recommend looking at your phone unless it's an emergency. Just a suggestion. I hear free play time and no one's looking at me. I go check my email. No, use this for you. All right, let's do some Let's just do sun breaths first. Stand in Tadasana, feet parallel to each other. Your choice whether they're right under your hips or you like to bring them together to touch. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. 2 more breaths like that. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Variation on half sun salute. Step your feet a little wider than hips width. We'll be coming into a catcher stance. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, catcher stance. Bring your hands or your elbows onto your thighs. Turn into a little ball. Tuck your tail, tuck your chin in. Standing cat-cow. Inhale, heart forward, tail back. Exhale, recurl into your ball. Navel to spine. Keep tucking tail to stand up. Inhale, rise. Exhale to your heart. 2 more just like that. Inhale, arms. Exhale, catcher stance. Curl into a ball, tuck tail, tuck chin. Uncurl. Inhale, heart forward, tail back. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, rise. Exhale, Samastitihi. Return to center. Once again, breathe in, arms. Exhale, curl into a ball. Inhale, uncurl. Exhale, curl. Inhale, rise. Exhale, Samastitihi. Now, some of you like this version. You'll keep going just like that. Some of you want to start to dive down or roll down all the way to a forward fold. Then bring your feet back into Tadasana. Together. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, catcher stance or forward fold. Come down in a way that's safe for you. You can still bend your knees on your way down and on your way up. Inhale, heart forward, tail back. Forward folds might press into shins or thighs. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Everyone use your legs. Exhale, Samastitihi. 2 more half suns, either variation. Inhale, or customize your own. Exhale, fold. Inhale, unfurl. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise. Exhale. Once again, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, Samastitihi. Finish with your thumbs against your heart. Gaze at the earth or close your eyes. Feel your heartbeat. Feel your feet on the ground. Standing Ardha Chandrasana variation, standing half moons. Inhale, round 1. Inhale, arms up and catch your left wrist with your right hand. I'm going to suggest different arm positions. Don't do anything that creates pain in your shoulder. Round 1, maybe turn your thumb forward so your palm faces outward. Inhale, traction arm. Exhale, lean over to the right. Rest your head on your right shoulder. So here you might feel the traction a little bit higher in the spine, right into the shoulder, around the shoulder blade. Press the left foot down. Breathe the back ribs out. Exhale, draw low belly in without tightening. Press your feet down to come back to center. Inhale, catch the right wrist. Turn the right thumb forward, palm out. Exhale, reach to the left. Relax head on shoulder. Air on the chest coming down just a little bit, even as you're drawing the arm back. So you're not in the low back at all. Good. Inhale, center, half sun. Exhale, fold or come into your catcher stance. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale to your heart. Round 2. Option to bring the feet together or to even cross the left foot, left ankle over the right. Either so you're standing on both feet or maybe you're just on the toes of left foot, but squeeze the tops of the inner thighs if you're doing that. Left arm up, catch the wrist, turn the left palm towards center. Your thumb starts to spin behind you, or even the palm starts to turn behind you as the point of the elbow comes forward. We call that wrapping the shoulder blade coming around. Inhale, lengthen your arm bone up. Exhale, lean to the right. Squeeze your thighs as you press your hip to the left. So now there might be sensation lower down the spine into the hip, especially if you tuck your tail. Send breath into wherever you're feeling it. And squeeze the thighs together to pull you back up. Inhale. Exhale, release your arms, release your legs. Other side, right on top of left, or stay in Tadasana. Catch the right wrist, turn the thumb behind you or even the palm behind you, wrapping shoulder. Inhale, traction arm bone up. Exhale, lean to the left, head on left shoulder. Maybe press your hips to the right. Squeeze the tops of the inner thighs together. And squeeze your glutes, squeeze your thighs to pull your spine up. Exhale, hands to heart. Standing BB, hands on the back of your hips, feet parallel to each other. You can use your palms, your thumbs, or make fists to keep your wrists straight. Right alongside the sacrum. So start where it starts to get fleshy in the buttocks. You might feel some buttons right along the bones that are nice to push into. Press those down. Inhale, telescope the rib cage up. Lift the low ribs off the pelvis. Keep lifting the middle ribs off the low ribs. Heart rises. Exhale, roll the shoulders back. Tweeze the elbows back. Super person your chest. Breathe up into your chest. Some of you like to release the head back. That's fine. Then roll the shoulders down away from your neck. This is you soften the upper back between shoulders. You might start going backwards with upper spine. That's fine. But if you start to feel this in low back, press down with tail, breathe your chest forward and up. Press your feet down, press your sacrum down. Inhale, everyone, chest forward and up. Head follows if it was back. Utkatasana, sit back in your chair. Arms forward. Weight moving back into your heels, almost like you're going to fall on your bottom. Then lift and spread toes, press the ball mound down. Pull your belly in. Little twist, take a breath. Lean forward. Exhale, right arm back. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, left arm back. Inhale, arms forward or all the way to the sky. Exhale, forward fold or catcher stance. Curl into a ball. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, Samastitihi. When we're a round of twisting chairs, inhale, sit back into your chair. This time, some of you, hands to heart center. Breathe into the low back ribs as your thumbs lift your chest up. Exhale, left elbow to either thigh. Left elbow might try to touch left thigh, or maybe your feet step together and you cross the right. Or the arms open variation works great too. And then release either into a forward fold or a catcher stance. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale one more time into your chair. Hands to heart or reach the arms forward, shift the weight back. Breathe the back ribs out, lift your heart. Exhale, twist to your left. Left arm swings back, or right elbow can touch either thigh. Exhale, forward fold or catcher stance. Inhale, uncurl, heart forward. Exhale, fold back in, soft neck. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, Samasthiti. One more round of standing BB, feet parallel to each other. Again, either hands on hips, or maybe this time brain cradling, interlacing hands behind your head, right at the base of the skull. So you can rest the bottom points of the skull in your palms and run your thumbs down your neck. Inhale, draw your elbows together and reach triceps to the sky, or press your tail down if you're using hands on hips. Everyone, inhale, lift your rib cage up. Exhale, release your head into your hands, or if hands are on hips, shoulders back, elbows back. Proud heart breathing forward and up. Either way, you're breathing sternum straight up to sky. Those of you in brain cradling, trying to release anything that's holding in the neck or jaw. Allow your hands to support your own brain. Again, even the muscles around the eyes can let go. Everyone, press your feet into the earth. If your hands are on your hips, press your tail down. Breathe your heart forward and up. Exhale, release your arms. Step your feet wide, 3 feet wide. Turn the toes out, hands on your thighs. Bend your knees, lean forward a little bit. Little twist, tuck your tail. Inhale your chest forward. Exhale, chest towards right knee. Inhale forward. Exhale to left knee. Tuck tail. If tucking tail feels like an overstretch, then don't do that. Go each side 2 more times, or maybe just 1 more time. When you feel complete, you can either return to stand or come into a forward fold. Turn your toes in. If you return to standing, put your hands on your heart. Close your eyes. Feel your heartbeat. Feel your feet on the earth. Forward folds. Inhale to a flat back. Bring your hands to your waist. You can bend your knees a lot if you need to and tuck your tail to help you stand up. Inhale, rise. Let's step the feet 4 feet apart or thereabouts. We'll start with the feet parallel, toes facing straight ahead. Let's bring right arm across the chest. Left hand comes underneath and squeezes right arm into your chest. No pain? All right, this can be a sweet stretch for the back of the shoulder. Ease the shoulder down, maybe even release your head towards left shoulder. For some people, if you have tears here, that hurts. Well, don't squeeze so hard for one thing. Or maybe you choose a different shape, like half archer. All right, we'll add a little pulse. Turn the right toes out. Bend your right knee towards warrior 2. Sink it down. And inhale, push into the ground to straighten your right leg. Exhale, bend the right knee. Lift and spread right toes so the weight's in your heel. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, sink it down. Press into the left foot as well. Make it chair work. Good. 2 or 3 more pulses like that. Or if you prefer to stay in warrior 2 and even keep weaving your arms into an eagle shape, you're welcome to do that. Very similar traction in eagle. Just more pointed in this shape. Wherever you are, straighten your right leg, turn the toes back in, unwind your arms. Arms out to the side, bring with your palms back. Bring your thumbs together to touch behind you. Breathe the back low ribs out as you roll the shoulders back. And then from there, maybe start to straighten the arms, keeping the head of the shoulder back. If you get to the point where you're starting to pop your ribs out or dip your shoulder in, then pause and just breathe into what you're feeling. Relax your arms. Left arm across your chest, hug it in, or mirror the arm stretch you chose on side one if this one hurts. Turn the left toes out, warrior two, option to release head to right shoulder, and do your little pulses. Inhale, straight leg. Exhale, bend your knee. 3 or 4 more pulses like that, or choose to sustain your warrior two, maybe even warrior two eagle. And straighten the left leg, unwind your arms, turn the toes back in, hands to your waist. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, roll shoulders back, tweeze elbows back, and then tuck your chin in, almost like you're trying to look down your own shirt, which I know that's a weird cue, but that's how I keep my chin from jutting out. Keep it in. As you squeeze your elbow, shoulders back. Some of you have done this with me in a forward fold. You're welcome to forward fold. All right, lift your chin, relax that pressure. Option to either interlace hands behind your back and squeeze shoulders together, or find a strap. If that hurts any of your joints, your elbows, your wrists, your shoulders, you can hold anything, a towel, a shirt, and pull on it so your shoulder blades dig in. Or option to forward fold with or without your bind. So lots of adventures to choose from. Forward folds. If you feel safe coming up in your bind, reach through your knuckles to come up. Otherwise, put your hands on your hips and help yourself up. Turn the toes out, bend the knees, hands on your thighs. Spine straight, or you can lean forward. Let's dance it out for a moment. Rock your weight from leg to leg. Let your hips shift side to side in a way that lubricates the hip joint. And some of you will dance your way right on down to the floor. Some of you, over the next few breaths, will put your hands down and crawl your way down to the floor, or find a way that works for you. Those of you coming through squat, you'll probably dance your feet a little closer together. If your hips can go lower than knees. Let's sit in a half straddle with left leg straight, right knee bent. Left fingertips directly out to the side, right hand behind your head. Inhale your head into your hand, rest it back. Exhale, elbow in, look down towards left knee. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. 3 more breaths like that. You might find yourself starting to lean over the left leg. That's fine if it's happening organically. We'll finish with the left elbow open. Maybe walk your left hand out a bit. Inhale your left ribs out towards your left toes. Hand can stay behind head, or some of you will extend your arm overhead. Then look down, lower your hand down. Lift your torso up so you can turn towards left thigh. Most of us will need to bring the right knee in, the right foot forward quite a bit. And then bow into your forward fold. If you'd like to use a strap for forward folds, take the time to find it. Now inhale, just glance the eyes in their sockets towards your toes. Pull your belly in, use your hands to help you back up to sitting. And extend the right leg out, fold left knee in. You are welcome to sit up on blankets or to put a prop underneath your left thigh if you feel things tensing in your hip flexor area. Let's start with right fingertips out to the side, left hand creating a pillow for your head. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, turn to look down at the right leg. And open and close 3 times, 3 more times. That's your rhythm. If the pulse doesn't work for you, pick one shape or the other to breathe into. And we'll finish with the left elbow open, heart open, head resting back in the hand. Maybe the right hand walks out, more of a side bend over right leg. It doesn't have to. Maybe your left arm extends, or you can go into neck release. Look down at your right leg, hand down. You might have to lift the torso up a lot so you can turn chest towards the right leg. Maybe bring the left knee forward to square the hips. And just glance the eyes towards your toes as you breathe in. Hug your low belly in to pull the rest of the spine up. And ease on down to your back. Heading towards relaxation. So take the time if you want to prop your Shavasana. Take the time if your body's asking for final twists or stretches. And as always, if you would either like to take your Shavasana for longer than just a couple of minutes, like a full 5 minutes or more, you're welcome to turn off your Zoom so I don't disturb you. Or of course, in your own home, you're not disturbing anyone else. So you might continue to play for the last couple minutes to stretch and then take a Shavasana after class. Take a deep breath. Move your fingers and your toes. Move slow as you bend a knee at a time. Feet on floor or knees to chest. Option to take a little spinal twist. Drop your knees to the left. Look right. And then over to the other side. And then maybe keep rolling onto that side to crawl your way up to sitting. We'll meet with our palms together, the thumbs against your sternum. Lift your heart. Feel your heartbeat. Feel your seat here in this place, in this time. We honor the others in this place, in this time. Namaste.